Chapter 3. Take the shot. Early the next morning, you, Joe, and Blue are attempting to help Yaz as she bustles around with a maniac energy you've never seen before. Has anyone swept by the couch yet? Why are those chairs still on the tables? I'll start sweeping. And I'll get the chairs. Relax, Yaz. We're hosting a coffee-making class today, not entertaining Dolly Parton. A class that I'm running, so excuse me if I need our cafe to be functional. We're gonna need way more space behind the counter to instruct the masses, and there are still dishes out from last night. Where's Mateo? He just texted me that he's running late. Max ducks inside, stepping behind the counter to help clean as Yaz runs her hands through her hair. This is the least composed you've ever seen her. Today. You had to be late today. Yaz, just take a breath. You put out a hand to catch her by the shoulder. Come on, nice and slow, in and out, in and out. She stares at you for a few long moments before inhaling with excruciating slowness. There you go, now exhale. Feel any better? Slightly, but I'd feel calmer if there weren't dishes cluttering up on my counter. I volunteer for the counter demolition crew. Blue, if I get a stress ulcer because the morning rush even starts, I'm banning you from the cafe for good this time. That's what you told them the last 3 times. I'll help. What else do you need, guys? I'm gonna send Mateo on a grocery run, but I don't know when he'll... Ooh, I love groceries. Please tell me you have a list here. We need extra coffee beans, toppings, that kind of thing. He hands you a folded paper that is covered in ingredients. Some even scrawled in margins, at least 30% of things you've never even heard of. Whoa. That's an extensive array of ingredients. I didn't know local grocery stores carried chili-infused ghee? Yeah, what the hell is that? The good ones do. Then I have no good grocery stores near me. And we need that for coffee making? Don't question the vision, Dex. Just do your best. Look, I know it's a niche list, but I can't teach an interesting class if we're not making interesting drinks. And the class has to be interesting. I want to show everyone just how the LG is worth. Her eyes dart over to Max at the register, and suddenly her harried energy makes sense. Yaz is freaking out, same as you. She really is worried about the cafe, as the rest of us. It's like seeing a pit bull who's scared of storms. Oh, yeah, no worries. I'll get you your, pistachio peanut butter and pumpkin balsamic? Your confidence is staggering. Just try to find some of it, okay? Yay, Dex. Delivery for you. Front door swings open, and Brad strolls in. The sight of him instantly sends your heart into overdrive. Hey, you made it. Ignore the exciting looks on Joe and Blue's faces, making a beeline over to Brad. I said I'd help, didn't I? It'd be a real jerk move to leave you hanging. And it looks like you've already got a to-do list. You show him Yaz's shopping list, enjoying his bewilderment at the ingredients and the adorable way he wrinkles his nose while reading. We need vinaigrette for coffee? According to our manager, Yaz, yes. Well, between the two of us, I think we can figure it out, if you'll let me tag along. I would love that. To be honest, I could use the company. But, like, your company, specifically, other company is less ideal. Special, huh? You hear Blue snicker behind you. To your horror, Max does the same, though she's polite enough to pass it off as a cough. Ahem. These damn allergies. You're, I trust you to help me stay under budget. Well, excuse me for enjoying a little treat on grocery runs. You drag Brad out the door before he can be interrogated or worse, befriended. Blue gives you enthusiastic thumbs up as you depart. Go get him, Tiger! Brad's car, a beautiful, cream-colored SUV, is parked outside and he gestures for you to get in. Is this the part where you kidnapped me? In broad daylight? I'm almost offended. You stop by an outdoor market first, but it only has half of the items you need. So I'm thinking they don't have the pistachio peanut butter here. I'd ask a cashier, but I don't have a public humiliation kink. Noted. Luckily, I know another place we can try. Why didn't she just tell you where to go? After you pay for the goods from the market, Brad drives you to a specialty store where you wander the aisles in search for remaining ingredients. Oh, no way, they sell Cocoa My Cocoa Puffs? I haven't been able to find the cereal anywhere. It's the best for after a workout, or late night, or for dessert. Or for breakfast, maybe? Sure, if you want to be a traditionalist about it, yeah. Are you having any time as a good time snack? Yes, Utz Pub Mix. It's actually a really good one. I'm into, Rice Krispies. No, that's a good one too. Yeah, no Rice Krispies, especially the home style. The more marshmallowy, the better. You're a walking heart attack, aren't you? Those are actually low in calorie and good for your heart. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm flattered. As you move deeper into the store, it's not hard to notice how right it feels to run boring errands with Brad. You indulge in humiliatingly domestic fantasies as he checks the label on a milk carton. The two of you building a dresser together, cleaning the oven. How is the idea of a joint grocery list so hot right now? Because it's companionship. Next, the list says a bunch of mangoes. How many is a bunch, do you think? 2 should be enough. I think Yaz just wanted them for a garnish. He bags the mangoes and sets them in your cart as you check them off Yaz's list. Damn, you're efficient at this. At grocery shopping? Even the list feels like a novelty. The last person I shopped with was my ex, and he was like allergic to meal planning and lists. We'd come hungry and leave hungry. Don't push, don't push. Your impulse control, which is usually better than average, is non-existent around Brad. So, your shopping strategy would be different? I liked a good plan of attack, especially when there's food on the line. This is the most high-stakes kind of shopping trip. Anyway, having a list like this is one way more my style, even if half the items require an online search. Or a bigger budget. Those Kopi Luwaka beans are pricey, and they need their own coffee press. Maybe these would work instead. The bag lists some similar tasting notes. He hands you another bag of coffee beans. Still fancy, but much more reasonable. Yeah, sure Yaz can make these work. She'll have to if she wants to afford the rest of the list. Even though we're 50 grand in debt, we're still buying really expensive coffee beans. Make it make sense. Then it looks like we're down to the last item. Or, it just says surprise me. Yaz may come to regret that, but since she's letting us improvise, you glance at the nearest shelves, considering what would be the best way to spice up drinks in today's class. We have mint leaves, cayenne powder, a $30 bottle of maple syrup. That is oddly specific. Cayenne pepper is actually a really good one for coffee. Could be a good topping for the drink. Spice always complements coffee. Yes, it does! Your palate is getting as refined as Stuart's. Please, Stuart's not got nothing on me. You playfully nudge your shoulder and he nudges you, just playfully his back. God, he's doing this together makes me feel so easy. The weight of that domestic fantasy feels almost painful, like a lead weight at the base of your throat. Chocolate samples! Come try a chocolate sample! Chocolate samples! Come try a chocolate... Oh my god, you don't need to say it multiple times. Oh no, I think we're being summoned. Shaking off your thoughts, you follow the voice to a table full of top-of-the-line flavored chocolates where an employee is placing samples on paper plates. Chocolate! Chocolate! You boys want to try some chocolate? Chocolate pairs well with coffee, alright? Do you think you'll need any tasting treats for the class? Yes, would love that. And if I sample a few with Brad first, we can make sure they're worth it before we drop any cash. And samples for us. We could bring some chocolates back for the class. After we sample them, I assume. Obviously. I mean, I heard you're a big cocoa fan. Might I recommend trying one of our more daring flavors? We have a vodka-flavored milk chocolate, root beer flavored dark chocolate, and lemon-flavored white chocolate. I would either do the root beer or vodka. Vodka would pair more with dark chocolate, I'm just saying. We'll try the root beer dark chocolate. I'm actually willing to try that one more than the vodka. You and Brad take a bite of your respective samples at the same time. It tastes nostalgic? Yeah, I feel like I'm back in high school drinking a root beer float at a diner after a football game. You played football in high school? Also, that was oddly specific. No, I was just talking about the vibes. I mean, look at me. Do I look like an all-American quarterback? You don't have to be. No comment. You survey the landscape of chocolates, marveling at all the flavors, some downright bizarre. So many. Is that a pizza-flavored truffle? I mean, I'm willing to try anything once, but Oh yes, one of our most unique creations. The employee grins and hands you one, which you break in half. Biting into the first half, you're immediately overwhelmed by the taste of oregano, chocolate, and an inexplicable amount of beef and regret. So good. You're a terrible liar. No, seriously, you have to give it a shot. You take the second half of the truffle and jokingly wave it in front of him. And to your surprise, he opens his mouth. Okay, I'm game. You place the truffle on his tongue. A heart attack-inducing intimacy that would be easier to enjoy basically anywhere but in a grocery store. Your fingers nearly brush his lower lip as you pull back. Your heart pounds as he bites into the rich, if weirdly flavored, chocolate. Pretty gross, huh? Brad flinches at the interruption, and you can't help smiling a little. Maybe I'm not the only one who was caught up in a moment. He makes a face as he chews, which is adorable. It's not my cup of tea. Oh, is that a polite gentleman for its absolute vile? Maybe. I mean, why does it taste like beef jerky? Okay, that's not what I expected it would taste like, but okay. That would be the pepperoni-flavored pepper. Sorry, what? Uh-huh. How do I get the taste out of my mouth as quickly as possible? Furrowing his brow, he looks at the few remaining chocolates you haven't tried yet. Oh wait, do I see a white chocolate over there? Yep. I'll cut you a piece. You're a fan of white chocolate? Totally. I know it's basic, but I like what I like. Huh. It's nice that he's not ashamed of what he likes. You do your best not to enjoy the view too conspicuously as he bites into it, letting out an approving hum. But you can't help noticing a small smear of chocolate on his cheek as he smiles at you. Is it getting rid of the pizza flavor? Oh yeah, that really hit the spot. I'm gonna point out the smear. Shh, just let it happen. You just have a little... He gestured at the corner of his mouth, and he immediately gets the message. Oh, thanks. Grabs a napkin to hastily wipe it off, and you follow each movement of the paper against his skin. The memory of slipping that chocolate into his mouth is going to stay with you for the rest of time. If only it had been something more romantic than pizza-flavored chocolate. So that's a no-no on the pizza flavor, but maybe we can get a few more of the normal ones for the class, like an assortment. Yeah, we'll take 2 dozen, and make sure you throw a few white chocolates in there. All too soon, you're done sampling chocolates together and checking out with all your finds. But I got a good feeling about this haul, and I wouldn't have stopped to get chocolates if he hadn't been here. Back at the LG, students are beginning to arrive for class, including Joe's crush, Tess. Why did they change everyone differently from... I don't understand. It's throwing me off, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really throwing me off. Hey, you come in here with your dog sometimes, right? I'm Tess. Brad, Elvis is at doggy daycare today, but next time you see us around, feel free to say hi. Brad goes to sit next to Joe and Tess, while Alan and his wife, Sally, sit beside Joe. Or Blue. This is going to be fun. I've always wanted to learn how to use an espresso machine. It's actually not that difficult. I'm sure it's a piece of cake. How hard can it be? You bring the grocery bags over to the counter where Yaz is fiddling with the espresso machine. I have 10 packages of instant coffee here, as requested. Very funny. She peeks into the bags, eyes lighting up when she sees the spice shaker. Cayenne pepper, nice pick. I should have put that on the list. Thank you. I am a coffee connoisseur. Well, it took me a while to become a coffee expert. You'll get there, Yaz. Watch it, or I'm sprinkling this aggressively in your coffee tomorrow. And? How aggressive are we talking? Are we talking like, oh no, some of you just ate Taco Bell? Or food poisoning level? We got some fancy chocolates too, which are definitely not pizza flavored. She squints at you suspiciously with smiles when she sees the array of chocolates from the store. These will pair great with some of the drinks I'm planning. Thanks, Dex. Listen, I'm sorry to send you on a wild goose chase for the stuff. I just want this to go really well. It's a rare display of vulnerability from Yaz, and you reach out to give her shoulder a reassuring squeeze. No worries, plus you know I'm great under pressure. Sure you are. Sorry I'm late. I'll get all the stuff behind the counter. Mateo finally strolls in. He looks a bit wan as he grabs the shopping bags from you, but Yaz claps her hands, and soon it's time for the class to begin. You settle next to Brad while Yaz stands in front of the assembled group, taking a shaky breath. Hey everyone, thanks for coming. We're going to be learning to make some, coffee. Oh yeah, we are. Let's go! Yaz visibly relaxes after Blue's vocal show of support. First, we'll talk about how to choose your beans, and then how to grind them by hand. No. No to the grinding by hand. You nudge Brad, leaning closer to whisper in his ear. The first time I used the hand mixer, I didn't grind it well enough and didn't want to tell Yaz, so I drank water with beans floating in it. Oh god. I hate that. Some health nuts love raw coffee beans, you know? Especially the ones with chocolate. Like, they got coffee beans, for those of you who aren't a coffee connoisseur. I love sharing things that I'm passionate with. And they put coffee beans inside chocolate. It's actually quite delightful. So, I was just ahead of the curve. After Yaz finishes her rundown, everyone heads to the machines to try grinding for themselves. You share a machine with Brad, watching as he grinds the beans with methodical precision. I need my first attempt to at least beat out your bean water. Whatever keeps you motivated. And then once you're done, you'll dose the coffee into the filter, but move fast to extract maximum flavor. Easier than it looks. You watch as Brad follows Yaz's instruction. Clearly the grounds, tamping them before getting ready to pull the shot. The machine stutters and sputs, and the espresso begins to drip into a mug you laid out. Brad's pull. Pretty dark. Look at that, no floating beans. Now I expect you to judge this impartially. Impartial or not, the shot looks a bit darker than it should, and the machine's drip was a little slow. A sip of the espresso shot only confirms your instincts. It tastes perfect, way off, like a good first try. I mean, okay, so typically it means he overpacked it, but other than that, it don't mean anything. Just saying. It tastes like a good first try. So it sucks. I can handle honest feedback, man. It doesn't suck, it just doesn't not suck yet? Okay, I can work with that. The next step is to turn your espresso shot into full-blown lattes. Blue pulls her shot with surprising dexterity, then drizzles steamed milk over it with panache. Nice work, Blue. If you ever want me to pick a few hours behind the counter, all you have to do is ask. But Mateo, stationed next to Blue, is struggling. Despite his experience in the kitchen, he's never tried to make espresso before. Why isn't this... Oh, crap! Machine spruts over a few watery drips of espresso and Yaz snores. I'd say stick to your day job, but you already work at the cafe. Inserts new grounds into the filter, tries to pull another shot, but it only leads to a slightly darker, equally feeble drip. Damn it! Mateo, just take a breath. It's not a big deal, you can just give it another shot later. No pun intended. But Mateo isn't listening, his face is flushed, eyes shiny. I need some air. He heads out to the patio, slamming his whole body into the back door, but you make eye contact with Yaz, who looks as startled as you are. Let's take 5, everyone. Cleanse our palates from all the espresso? I haven't seen Mateo this upset since he missed the Beyonce pre-sale. I'd better go check on him. You head towards the patio door. Yaz, Blue, Joe, and Alan trail after you as the customers gossip over the newly pulled shots. Brad gives you a small nod in passing. Hope your friend's alright. Outside, you find Mateo sitting on the patio's concrete floor despite the many nearby tables. His hands are resting palm down in front of him. Mateo, you're giving gothic heroin energy, and not in a hot way. What are you doing? Grounding exercises. He breathes deeply in and out to demonstrate his hands still firmly on the concrete. Typically, you want to do this in grass. I'm just saying. This isn't just about the espresso, is it? No, I had an interview this morning. You're looking for other jobs? Not because I want to leave the LG, just I want to make sure I have options in case we don't raise enough cash in time. There's nothing wrong with that. I had an interview at this high-end restaurant downtown and they called to reject me. Like, literally 5 minutes after I left. The head chef said I wasn't a good culture fit. What? So HR speak for 2 and Brown. Yeah, this isn't the best workplace I've ever had. Or this is. And if LG closes, I just don't know if I'll find somewhere else like it. I know what you mean. Everybody talks about SF like it's a mecca, but there's a reason I wasn't out at my last job. Sometimes people here are just more careful about how they shut you out. Some don't even realize they're doing it. Mateo sighs dramatically, flopping backward until he's spread eagle on the ground. So bottom line, we're all screwed. Look, I get it. I'm pretty freaked out too. I barely have enough savings to cover 1 month's rent. I don't think my landlord will give me a pass for being unemployed. Maybe try asking in June? Ha 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 ha! No, that doesn't work either. But Mateo, you're an awesome cook, an unfairly good baker, and a great part-time unlicensed therapist, all of us. Except maybe Alan. My therapist's name is Wilfred. Even if the cafe closes, even if it takes a while to find the right gig, you'll find somewhere that appreciates you. I believe that. Really? Even capitalism can't stand between your talents and a good gig forever. It's just a matter of time. Thanks, Dex. That means a lot. For the first time today, Mateo smiles, and just like that, Brad comes onto the patio with a few cups in hand. Hey, gang. Sorry to interrupt, but we had a lot of extra espresso in there. You seemed like you were all having a moment, so I figured you wouldn't want them to go to waste. Thanks, Brad. Oh, everyone, this is Brad. We know. Shut up, Mateo! You know what this calls for? A drinking game. Blue, I'm not opposed to spin the bottle, but I don't know if if work is the place for it. That wasn't even what I was thinking. This time, what if we, did a brag-off? Went around bragging about ourselves. After Mateo literally lies on the floor, I think we could use a reminder that we're gifts to the world. I'll just set these here and let you all... No. We're doing this. You should get in on it too. I insist. Listen, I just want to take a moment and say if this is what you went to a job interview in, as a chef, yeah, this might be one of the problems. Alright, let's do it. Okay, if you're sure you don't mind me sticking around.
Not at all.
Trust us. Everyone sits in a circle around the patio table. Mateo gets off the ground to join, brushing dirt off himself with a lot of poise for someone who was just lying on the concrete. Brad sits down near you, and from his grin, it's clear that he's flattered to be here. Okay, ground rules. We'll go around a circle. Everyone has to say something they're proud of about themselves, then take a drink. Even if it's a bad drink, leave the pretentious barista energy at the door. Yaz, did you hear that part? Yeah, okay, I'll drink Mateo's dirt water. Hey, my feelings are still very fragile. Would it make you feel better if I drank it instead of Yaz? Let's just get started. Okay, me first. I'm proud that I knitted a sweater last month and made everyone pretend it looked good. Okay. Oh, yeah, you look like a sheep that got shot at. When did I say you could stop pretending? Less protesting, more drinking this espresso. She passes one of the cups Brad brought to Blue, who takes a drink and then begins to make exaggerated hacking sound. Oh, that's awful. Waste of perfectly good beans. I thought you said no pretentious barista energy. As Blue makes a face like, yes, Brad leans over to whisper to you. Okay, mine definitely wasn't that bad, right? No work clothes. Well, what that makes you next, Joe? What's something you're proud of? Your friends shift in her seat, looking a little flustered. I guess I'm just proud of pursuing this thing with Tess so far. Whatever it ends up being. She sips from her own drink, swallowing without incident and raising an eyebrow. Blue, who rolls her eyes. Vague. But we'll take it. Mateo, you're up. I'm proud of, He flounders, tugging his beanie down further over his forehead. Honestly, after bombing that interview this morning, I'm proud I made it here instead of withering away into glitter dust. Here, I can help. You should be proud that your food is life-changingly good. You built a following for yourself. Oh, this is true. He does have the Mateo doors. We all saw the Mateo doors last night. They don't just follow you. They follow you. It's a little scary, actually. Mateo immediately sits up a little straighter. I guess I am kind of an icon. Wow. It took almost zero effort to gas you back up. I'm a Libra, baby. Self-love is my default setting. That's bullshit. I know I don't have the same skin in the game that the rest of you do. But I just want to say that I'm proud to know you all, and even prouder to be your friend. Oh, thanks, bud. Alan gulps from the cup of espresso he pulled, and everyone can't help smiling, even Yaz. Slow down there, Cham. We have more drinks to make after this, and Sally's gonna guilt text me if I send you home with a caffeine high. What's something you're proud of, Yaz? She plucks a cup from Brad's tray, one of the sample shots she pulled herself while demonstrating for the class, and swirls in her hand, thinking, I'm proud of the coffee I make. I care about it, and I'm good at it. I also finished getting my black belt last month, but coffee comes out on top. That's awesome. Congrats. Hang on. I thought you were already a black belt, just based on vibes. Wait. A black belt in what? Karate, taekwondo, judo? I've already said too much. Yaz takes a sip of her drink, humming contentedly when she's done. Disappointing, but now I'm too intimidated by you and proud of you to push my luck. Dex, it's all you. Alright. You also have to come up with something. You pick up a shot of espresso, you pull and take a breath, considering your options. I'm proud that I won that math competition in college, started going to the gym, haven't caused any more kitchen fires. Alright, so before I answer his, I have coffee here. So I'm gonna answer mine. Yeah, I'm taking part in this, shut up. Also, each and every one of you that are right now listening to this, let me know in the comment section what you're proud of. Right? What's one thing you're proud of? So for me, I have two things. right? Hey, listen, the other person Yaz got to make 2. Anyway, I'm proud I made it to my most recent birthday because, doctor said I wouldn't. And then 2, I'm proud of all the work I've put into this channel. Over 4,000 videos, tons of voicing, tons of reading, tons of gaming, tons of everything. I'm proud of that. Right? Now I'm going to pull a Mateo and go, I wish it could be bigger and better and I could be, doing more and really leave behind a legacy. But, again, we have to try, right? Alright, Muna won the math competition in college. I can't believe math is something you can win at. Right, like, do you remember the numbers better or something? Honestly, I think the 2 of you will never need this information. Okay, ouch, but fair. I think it's impressive. Those competitions are no joke. Ooh, hear that? He thinks you're impressive. Jo waggles her eyebrows at you, and you resist the urge to shove her as you take a sip from your own coffee. Not a bad pull, if I say so myself. Okay, Brad, what about you? We'd love to get to know you a little better. Brad takes a drink, drumming his fingers against the cup as he thinks. I'm proud that I finished Mount Whitney trail climb recently. I won't be setting any records, but just making it up there without passing out was a win. Damn, I couldn't handle that much elevation gain. Heights have never been a problem for me. I actually hold a few records in my local climbing gym. Hang on. When you took me there, you didn't mention that you were reigning climbing gym champion. He grins, shrugging, and butterflies dance in your stomach. Maybe I didn't want you to feel intimidated. Okay, looks like we've all bragged, at least a moderately healthy amount. Should we head back in? Wait, I've got a toast first. You lift your cup, and the others follow suit. Here's to our friendship. This is the most amazing job, and sure, the free coffee helps, but it's amazing because it introduced me to all of you, because of our friendship. And this isn't over, okay? We're not going to give up on the LG, and we're not going to give up on each other. We're all deserve the best, and we're not going to let each other forget it. Got that? Okay, group hug before I start crying. Everybody get in. You and your friends wrap your arms around each other in a messy hug, and Blue, Joe, pull you, and Brad in too. Oh, sure. You wind up pressed close to him, the fabric of his shirt's brushing your skin. You lean your weight into Brad slightly, and to your surprise, you can feel him leaning back. Your heart flutters as he turns to smile at you, lips curving with that warm grin. Nice speech. Glad you were here for it. The group hug lasts a few seconds longer, and Brad doesn't pull away until everyone else untangles themselves. Okay, everyone back inside. We have a class to finish. Right behind you. You share one last grin with Brad as you all file back into the cafe. Inside, everyone reconvenes at their coffee stations, where the other students are waiting. Thanks for your patience, everyone. The rest of the class is going to focus on drink theory, how to come up with specialty drinks. You want flavors that enhance each other, like in our full bloom latte. We add vanilla, brown sugar syrup, and cherry blossom water. Huh, actually doesn't sound too bad. We have a ton of ingredients here. Some you've heard of, some you haven't. The challenge is to come up with your own drink. Everyone gets to work, and you watch as Blue and Ahela dump an absurd amount of cayenne pepper you bought into their espresso. Blue, maybe ease up a little. Wow, that actually tastes amazing. I feel like the spice is like a parasite, eating my brain from the inside out, but in a good way? Joe Fox casually saunters over to test, and you join Brad, staring at Yaz's ingredients and looking puzzled. I guess coming up with drinks is a little different than figuring out a floor plan, huh? A lot less red tape to jump through, nothing stopping me from, I don't know, dunking Diet Coke in a coffee. Oh, listen, stop it. We will end this friendship now. Actually, I'll be the one to stop you on that because that's disgusting. Want me to make you something? Free specialty drink tailored to your tastes. The business major jumps out. I'm intrigued. What's your refund policy if I hate it? I'll, get Yaz to make you something better. She's incredible at blends. It's a gift. I'm more interested in seeing what you can do if you let me help. I'll whisk the milk if you pour some matcha. You guide him over to the steamer, hand him a cup of matcha powder. He measures it into a bowl with the same thoughtful precision you remember from earlier. And when you begin to stir, your hands brush slightly, sending little jolts of electricity through your fingers. I thought that only happened in movies. No, it happens in real life. The rest of the drink prep goes quickly, but the two of you never move more than a few inches apart. When the milk is the right color, you turn to the sweetener options, remembering his usual cold brew order. You drizzle in some lavender syrup before sliding the drink to him. So we've got a matcha latte with lavender. I'm willing to try anything once. Okay, one lavender matcha latte for Blueprint Guy. Is that what you all call me? No, but Hot Dog Dad may have been floated. Huh, there are worse things to be. Okay, no way I'm imagining the vibe. There's an increasingly obvious vibe, right? Brad picks up your drink and sips. Dex, this is incredible. Seriously, new drink favorite. How'd you come up with this? I wanted to cater your sweet tooth. I wanted you to try the matcha, but any fan of lavender or vanilla lavender cold brew has a specific palate. I am a sucker for sweet things. Maintains eye contact with you for just a moment longer than is strictly necessary. I think he was flirting. That had to have been flirting. The rest of the class finishes up their drinks and yes, claps her hands. Before you all finish your drinks, we've got one last treat. Dex here brought us some flavored chocolates to pair with the drinks. Find one that you think will go with your drink and enjoy. Oh, cinnamon! That'll go perfectly with the cardamom in my latte. I object to the white chocolate in here being labeled as chocolate. I will smack you. I agree, but I will smack you. Hey, you don't have to eat it. Yeah, that leaves more for me. Yes, can you throw one of the truffles into my mouth? Fine. And only because if I miss, it will be hilarious. Why do I feel like there's a thing between Blue and Yaz? Oh, this is going on my TikTok! Watching your friends and customers enjoy themselves, you feel a surge of pride as you grab a few chocolates to share with Brad. He sips the matcha latte you made him again and takes a bite of one, smiling as he chews. First custom drinks, now chocolate selection. Maybe this should be your business. I think I'd need a taste tester to assist me. If only there was someone willing to fill that position. I will happily abandon architecture if it means eating this all the time. He winks, and it takes every ounce of your willpower not to visibly swoon. I forget that being down this bad for a guy could be this fun. Once everyone finishes their drinks, the cafe starts clearing out, and you notice that the sun is starting to set. Yes, want some help with the cleanup? No, you came through today, Dex, but Dee and I can take it from here. You grab your things and find Brad leaning against the door. So you're officially off the clock? Seems that way. It's way too early to go home, though, not with all the caffeine in my system. The last time I had this much espresso, I ended up falling asleep on a stack of puzzle books, which is as uncool as it sounds. Well, I don't have any puzzles on me, but want to come to my work site and burn off some of this buzz? There's a building I'm helping to renovate not too far from here. It's under construction right now. I'd love to see where you were. When you get to the building, it's clearly closed, but Brad takes you to a trailer parked on site. Don't worry, I've got the keys. He's invited you to hang out with him before, but stepping into his workspace, especially when it's just the two of you, feels like a new frontier in a way that sets your body humming with nervousness and hope. The interior has Brad written all over it. There are tools hung up in neat rows, diagrams plastering the walls, blueprints on the desk. I'll give you points for organizational system, but what exactly do you do here? Grabs a rendering from where it's pinned to a corkboard and hands it to you. Coordinate the renovations. We're turning the building out that window into an apartment complex with low-income sustainable housing. That's the goal. Sometimes we run into unforeseen structural issues or funding ones, but I really hope this one goes through. Brad, it's sweet that you care this much. For a lot of people, a job is just a job, but it's cool that you put your heart into it. For a split second, you're unsure if you said too much, and then he smiles. Thanks. Coming from you, that means a lot. He clears his throat, suddenly almost looking shy. Do you want to walk the site? Rendering are kind of useless when it comes to getting the feel of a space. I was hoping you brought me here to show off more than your office on a wheel, so yeah. He unlocks the neighboring building's front door, and you step into a lobby full of a mix of cleaning and construction equipment. This used to be a corporate lobby, but we're working on making it a common area with adjoining multi-use rooms. I take the hall to the workout space we're installing, easy keycard scan for my laundry. You talk about the building like you're living in it. It's part of my process, I guess. I'm imagining what it'll be to live here. Helps me design with people in mind, you know? And that's how it should be. He opens one of the doors to the ground floor apartment at random, and you step into a large living space with adjoining rooms. Like, imagine you're a new homeowner. What are you doing with this living room? I'd want to put down hardwood flooring to match these walls? Brad's eyes light up. You're right, that would add a lot of richness to the space. Unfortunately, before we can do any cosmetic upgrades, most of the interior walls need to come down. Would you want to burn off some of the caffeine swinging hammer with me? The contractors are a bit behind schedule. Diamond choice. Oh, I'm no Bob the Builder, but I think I could handle swinging a hammer at a stationary structure. That's the spirit. Here. Finds a toolbox near one of the walls and picks up a hammer, passing it to you. As you take the hammer, your fingertips briefly brush his. A spark of warmth courses through you. It's, aim at the wall to start. Just swing back and show me what you've got. Okay, no big deal. Just need to look competent in front of this hot, fit guy that I have an embarrassing crush on. Swing it. Tap it. Bro, come on. You pull back, swing the hammer with all your strength into the wall. Dust and drywall crumble away beneath your hammer, and Brad shoots you a grin. Not bad, but you know this isn't an axe throwing, right? What? You have notes on my form? More like safety tips here. He moves closer to you, triggering that instinctual "Brad is nearby" leaping of your pulse. When you pull back, you want an angle more like this, and when you swing forward, he gently grasps your wrist, moving your arm in an arc to demonstrate. Following through with your whole body all the way up to your arm through your shoulder. Also so you don't pull something. Okay. You swing again, adjusting your movements based on the tips, and your hammer collides with the wall with a satisfying thunk. Like that? Perfect. Now, you won't accidentally drop that thing on yourself. Oh, you're a real stickler for workplace safety, huh? If that was the case, you'd be wearing a helmet and eye protection. Kind of. But most likely, I don't want you to see you getting hurt. It would make getting my morning coffee extremely awkward. Brad, it's nice to know you care. You must really like the coffee, huh? Sure, I'm not exactly picky about my coffee. He raises an eyebrow at you as his meaning sinks in that he keeps coming to the LG for some other reason. That's, information to pour over. You do that. Grinning, he steps up beside you, picks up a hammer with his own, and swings it with an easy confidence that is thrilling to watch. Do you always do this? Help tear down buildings and build them back up better? Not always. Sometimes I'm designing brand new buildings from the ground up. But when my firm puts me on a project where there's the demo to be done, I try to get hands-on if I can. It just makes the progress feel more real, you know? You both swing your hammers once more, working side by side to make dents in the wall. Yeah, I'm starting to see what you mean. Brad's next blow takes out several feet of the wall, and you can't help staring at how easy movements of his muscle as he lets the hammer relax in his grip. You are, however, still undeniably staring when he glances over at you. You okay? Yeah, just impressed. You make this look easy. They just spent too much time in the gym is all. Gotta put those gains to use somehow. He pauses for a split second, then meets your gaze again, smiling slightly. But showing off for you isn't a bad way to do it. The implications of that make your heart pound and give yourself time to process and find something to do with the sudden surge of adrenaline in your veins, and you turn back to the wall. You and Brad fall into an easy rhythm together. Each of you swings following yours as you knock huge chunks out of the wall. Feeling some catharsis? Oh, yeah, now I get why Yaz allocates part of her monthly budget to visiting rage rooms. You take a few more swings and then pause. Want to see who can bring down a wall in the few swings? Prepare to be crushed. Metaphorically, not under a wall, though. Hopefully that goes without saying. You both begin to hack at the adjacent walls, and you're more than a little distracted watching Brad swing his hammer with both hands. That's some use of force. You and Brad each take one more swing, and with a large crash, both the walls come tumbling down. Hell yeah, that felt good. But who won? We call it a tie. We can call this a tie. Works for me, but you did good. We'll have to do a rematch sometime. He grins at you, wiping some of the sweat from his brow with one forearm. I'd like that. Cool, because I like spending time with you. He says the words slowly, as if testing the waters, and his eyes meet yours with warmth in them that makes your heart leap. Yeah. He takes a step closer to you, his smile widening a little as he looks you up and down. You're both sweaty and covered in a fine layer of dust. God, what a mess. Here, give me a second. Grabs a rag from the table and reaches to wipe some of the dust off your skin. His touch is warm, tentative, with him so close this time he seems to slow down or stop entirely. You're just inches from each other, so close that his breath goes over your cheek, and for a moment you could swear he is leaning in. Is this actually happening, or is this sawdust creating a mirage? But before you can find out, a door slams somewhere else in the building. You and Brad spring apart. It must be some of the night crew starting their shift. You're all set though. You just have some dust on your cheek. His eyes are dark, voice shaky, your heart pounds. You feel completely weightless, like you're on a roller coaster, because for once, you're confident about exactly what the moment it meant. It wasn't my imagination. He was about to kiss me. Cool. Go home and write in your diary over it. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy the content, let me know in the comments section. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Aside from that, there's ways to support down below. And, yeah, no, hopefully you all did enjoy. I stick by what I said, and, you know, I'm happy, you know, that I beat what everyone said I would beat, in terms of win, and, I haven't beat the what yet, but also, I'm happy with all the content that I put on this channel. The only thing, like I said, the only thing I'm not happy with is how I just have not grown. Right? There's a lot of people who come to this channel and they're like, what the hell? This channel even exists? And I'm like, yes. And I've been trying to get it out there for a very long time. Very long time. And, you know, I mean, I'm a one-man person on a planet of 8 billion people, and I'm trying my hardest to be recognized by the world, right? Then also try and raise awareness, and then also try and, you know, make people happy and make people laugh and just kind of brighten your day, right? Just really trying to brighten your day. And, you know, if anything, trying to give some of you a reason that maybe, you know, you'll come along, and some of you I know have reached out to me and be like, wow, the message in the video really helped, and you know, it kept me going for today, and kept me going, period. That's all I want, right? That's all I want, is the good people on this planet to keep going, because I've lost enough of you. Literally and figuratively. You may not think you're a good person, but I bet you are. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.